So this is number 15. What is the value of 2.84 times 3.9? So one of the things we have to keep an eye out when we do these types of problems is how many spaces to the right of the decimal do you have digits? So in this case we have 2, and in this case we have 1. So 2 plus 1 equals 3. And we're going to need that later. That's the last step of this problem. So let's multiply these two numbers. So this is horizontal left and right. You'd never multiply this way. You're always going to have to convert this to an up and down, a vertical problem. So we have 2.84 times 3.9. So for this one, what I want to do is just start moving and start multiplying. So 9 times 4 is 36. So there, put the 6 there and bring the 3 up there. 9 times 8 is 72, plus 3 is 75. So I put the 5 here, save the 7 for later. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 7 is 25. And we're done, at least for the first part. Now, I always like to put a little arrow here just to show that this comes straight down. And I can even bring the 6 down here just for giggles. So there, the 6 is down. Now let's do the 3 times 4. So since we're moving over 1 here, that's why we moved over 1 here. So 3 times 4, let's get rid of these two just so we don't get confused. So 3 times 4 is 12. I carry the 1. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Carry the 2. And 3 times 6 is, 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. Okay, so 5 plus 2 is 7. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 plus 8 is 11. Now, that's a crazy big number, and you can see there it is right there, but that's not right, and that's not right either, because that's not that there's a decimal there and there's a decimal there. So remember earlier when we set this aside, where we counted the decimals. So here we were over 1 space, and here there were 2 spaces. So what the last step is, you put a decimal at the end, and what the total number of spaces that are to the right of the decimal for the original 2 numbers, that's how many places you move it over to the left. So it has to go over that it has to go to the left 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, boom, which is letter B. Now, the other way you can look at this is you could estimate this. You could say that 2.84 is almost 3, and 3.9 is almost 4. So 3 times 4 is 12. So this is less than 3, this is less than 4, so you know it's going to be a number that's a little bit less than 12, and this is the only one that fits. We did all this work here just so you can get the review on how to do the multiplication using decimals, but if you wanted to estimate this, you could also have found the right answer. I would recommend not estimating because sometimes they'll have numbers that are very similar. So this is the way to get the exact. If you round these estimates, you can get a rough answer, and then if there's nothing close to it, then you could have found this as well.